Hey there, Aries. Thank you so much for joining me for the week of November 23rd to the 29th, 2025. Let's see what's in store for all of us, Aries, starting off with the oracle messages here. All right. For 2025, these November days. For you, Aries, we have the mirror here. Now, I did pick it up in reverse, but oracle cards don't count for that. Not the way I read them. So, the mirror. I mean, if you want to look at it in reverse, it's just like what is being reflected to you that you don't necessarily like right now that you can actually do something about because you always have a choice at the end of the day. The universe is always showing you a mirror of yourself, whether you like it or not. So I guess we can, look at it the way it came out. Like what mirror are you looking at that you do not like the image of, and what can you do, what is within your power to change that image or to improve that image, because change is a word that incites anxiety and we don't want to add to the situation. So how can you on a day-to-day basis, as little by little, what is the next logical step to improve what is being reflected to you? Okay. You also have on the bottom of the deck, the subconscious energy is the little. Okay, so like I said, little by little, subconsciously, what can you do to make the effort or to strive to invite in better energy into your experience? Okay, use your reflection as a guide for you. It's not for you to get caught up in looking too closely or being too emotionally attached to the situation, to the point where you're lost. It's like, here is an indication of where improvement needs to happen in your life. Okay, so Aries, with that said, we're going to go ahead and dive into the tarot to see what other messages come out for you. I will take those because why not? All right, messages for my Aries, please. That's your challenge. That's what can help you with that. Past, present. All right. Good head start. More messages for my Aries collective, please, for the 23rd to the 29th. If you hear anybody walking around, my dogs are just, they're doing their thing, all right? So anyway, 23rd to the 29th of November for my Aries. All right, I think that is enough. That's the potential outcome as well as the advice. You have two more cards, so I'm just going to kind of put these to be around for maybe some extra messages that you don't usually get. So all right, so for you, Aries, you have the Empress card here in reverse for the subconscious energy. The Empress card kind of leads to the same thing as the mirror in reverse. All right, so the oracle and the tarot, they're always working in tandem. So yes, the Empress, basically, what seeds have you planted that you don't necessarily like what's growing or what's not growing, for that matter? Where does the nurturing, where does more information need to be obtained in order for you to really nurture the situation and really grow the situation, expand how you really want to do those things, level up how you would like to. The challenge you have here for this week is the World card. So the World card is about everything coming full circle. Okay, Aries, there's something that you're either not paying attention to, you're refusing to see the grand picture of it, you're refusing to learn the lesson. This is also a major arcana card that encompasses not only what major arcana cards are, but this is the meaning of this card, literally. It's like background energy in our lives that play themselves in different areas. It could be in love, it could be in finances, just generally, just situations happening in your life that if you take a step back and you look at them from a larger perspective, you'll realize that it's the same situation happening across the board in your life, and it's up to you to see that common denominator and learn from it, and then take action based on what you learn. So it's like you're having trouble having that full circle catharsis moment. What can help you with that is the Hangman, another major arcana card. So, that background energy, that whole explanation I just gave you. The Hangman is about taking the step back. What's going to help you is like literally the explanation of the whole scenario or the cards, okay? you're gonna have to just do it. Whatever you're afraid of, or whatever the reason is, it really doesn't matter. At the end of the day, you keep choosing. Some of you keep choosing to just continue along the route you've been going and not getting the results that you want. And it's just like, well, that don't make no sense, you know? At the end of the day, you have to go through, you know, certain circumstances in order to improve. You have to let go of what once was or what you don't want anymore, so you can invite in the energy of better. You know, that time has passed. Let it pass so that you can experience new and different times, okay? So you have the Temperance card here in reverse for your past energy, a lot of chaotic energy. So for some of you, you just might be used to this energy, and that's why you're just like, it's being comfortably uncomfortable, but we can be comfortably comfortable. You know, you get to the point where you start allowing yourself to be outside of your comfort zone so much that it's like, all right, I'm uncomfortable, but as you continue to do it, it's like, that's just what it is. That's you know, what improvement feels like, what change feels like, what transformation feels like. And when you experience it in the future, you'll get to the point where it's just like, wow, this is how I know that something great is happening, because I'm feeling the transformation vibes. It's just a signal to you. So you really won't be uncomfortable. You'll be comfortable with it. Comfortable in experiencing things that you've never experienced, or you don't have the you know, how of everything. You'll just know that it's going to work out in your favor. But yes, past energy, it's like there's so many things happening, you know, that's helping you to induce anxiety, or helping you to give yourself the excuse of, I'm so anxious, or no, this can't happen, or I can't make this decision. So, you know, as long as you allow yourself to stay there, you'll be in this energy with the Queen of Wands in reverse. Like, this is Aries energy. Attached with like Pisces energy in there, just sprinkled in there. But this is your current energy. It's like not having control over who you are, or or not having control over what you magnetize. Like, things are still going to be magnetized to you, but it's going to continue to be, you know, the things in the mirror that you don't want, you know? Like, so once you understand that concept, like you don't necessarily give up your ability to magnetize, but you're not magnetizing things that should make you feel like you're the Queen of Sheba, you know, like, you know, it's what you're magnetizing is not helping you feel more joy and peace in your life. It's not helping you achieve your dreams, you know. That's this energy, helping you achieve your dreams. Just like, you know, people wanting to help you, people wanting to like acknowledge like how beautiful your spirit is, and wanting to work with you in any way, shape, or form, like for no reason. They don't even know you. Like, that's the type of magnetism you want, Aries. But as long as you focus on the chaos aspect of it and you give your power away, this is you just not being you're not being a friend to yourself. You're not treating yourself fairly or with love at all, you know, and that's not what we're wanting to do. So if you are experiencing this, Aries, now is the opportunity. This is another reflection to you to be able to do something about it. All right. The who are you? The Seven of Cups in reverse. At the end of the day, you got to get clear on what it is that you want, who it is that you want to be, and act accordingly. You know, if your wardrobe, if things that you eat, if the things that you experience on a day-to-day basis do not match the image of who you want to be, what you want at the end of the day, then something's got to give. You know, you have to have the image match your self-image, you know, and mold those things closer and closer every day, you know, as time passes. Your advice is to take ownership, take personal responsibility of who you are and what's surrounding you. You know, you have manifested all of this. This is your experience. It's the game that you have decided to play. You know, so if it's a game that you created, it's your responsibility to make the rules in ways that you win the game, because you created it in the first place, you know? All right, Aries, so be in that Emperor energy. I'm going to go ahead and start to clarify these messages here to see what else comes up for you. And then after this clarification, I'm going to tackle those other two cards that came up as like a special bonus, whatever message that is over there. All right. So let's see. Clarifications for my Aries, please. More information or drilling down further. Let's see what comes out for you for the 23rd to the 29th of November, 2025. All right. Messages for my Aries. Yeah. All right. Oh, just dropping stuff, Aries. Just dropping stuff. All right, cool. So we're going to do that, this, booyah, pow, and blow. Okay, so on the bottom of the deck, you have the Empress and the Emperor came out for you. All right. Bottom of the deck, you have the Empress in reverse, and you also have the Eight of Cups clarifying that subconscious energy in reverse, okay? So, again, subconsciously, there is something that, especially with this Eight of Cups here in reverse, there is something that you have been allowing your emotions to stay stuck on. And it's like, you know, you stepping in some real strong glue or gum or molasses. Like, it's just slowing you down, whatever it is. You know, it's not allowing the seed to grow. Whatever the soil is that you might have planted a good intention seed in, like, that's not the soil for you. Like, and it's up to you to realize that you're needing to detach from that situation, whatever it is, okay? And whether it's a person, a situation, a mindset, a state of being, whatever it is, okay? Not what can help your challenge. Your challenge, the World card, has to do with the way that you do or do not trust yourself. And in this instance, it's giving the do not, you know, so it's like you go back on your decisions, like you second guess yourself all the time. You don't know if you're seeing what you're seeing or not. And it's just like, at least pick something to go off on. And whether it's the right or the wrong thing, as you continue to move forward, when you've solidified, when you've committed to making a decision, you'll learn along the way. Ready, fire, aim. Are you ready? All right, let's do it. Fire and aim afterwards. Adjust afterwards, Aries. Like, it's not as big of a deal as a lot of us make it out to be, okay? You also have the Hangman here for what can help you with that. Again, there's the energy of needing to detach from this situation so you can see the bigger picture. So everything makes more sense, and you can see how the puzzle or the domino pieces have been falling in line the whole entire time, okay? Clarifying this Hangman energy, you do have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, okay? For you to realize that this whole time, the dominoes have been falling in a way that makes things either not grow, not progress for you in any way, shape, or form. It hasn't been moving because of the state of being or the place that you've allowed yourself to be in for so long. Now is the time. Now is the time. There's better late than never. Do you want it to be never, Aries? Like, let's go. Let's move it, okay? Past energy you have here, the Temperance card is clarified by the Tower. That something's got to give, all right? In that past energy, like, everything seemed chaotic and this, that, and the third, because something was needing to transform, to change, to be broken down so that you could get back up, build it back up, do what you needed to do at the end of the day, at the beginning, in the middle, all of the day, Aries, all right? Something needs to change. There needs to be a let go of the old paradigm so you have room for what is new and better for you, okay? This current energy, the Queen of Wands in reverse, is clarified by the Emperor. And it's funny because the Emperor is like right on top of how I laid these cards. It's right above this, and now the Emperor is also coming out to clarify the Queen of Wands. Like, it's like, and this is Aries energy too. It's like, yo, Aries, step into your power, step into who you really are and have been this whole time, Aries. Like, it is not, you're not being your real true self right now. Like, that, at the end of the day, that's the real truth right now. You second guess because you don't recognize yourself. You're just like, who is this person that is that is seemingly incapable of taking charge and just being the absolute amazing person that they were always meant to be. For your potential outcome, you do have the Seven of Cups here in reverse, and like I said, Seven of Cups is about clarity. Okay, so Ace of Wands is here clarifying that, and the Ace of Wands in reverse is like all those ideas that you've had, all those passionate projects or whatever may who's it, all those creative aspects of your mentality, of your state of being that you have told yourself that you cannot accomplish, that you have dismissed, all like get clear on really what it is that's holding you back from turning these ideas, the energy in the ether, from turning it into something physical, something that is tangible, that you can be proud of and that you can say that you created. Okay, so you also have here for your advice the Emperor card. You have the Three of Swords here in reverse, because that is what the Emperor, I mean, it came out twice and adjacent to it itself. Okay, so the Three of Swords is here to let you know that now is the time to really be able to work on your self-image, the way you speak to yourself, the way you communicate with yourself, like to realize that this does not have to be you. Like this does not have to be your world, your situation, anything like that. Okay, Aries, you have control, you have the power to take that personal responsibility, okay, for your life. The two extra cards that came out for you have to do with the Nine of Swords in reverse, as well as the Four of Cups. These cards are just letting you know, like this is freedom, and this is not looking at, or having apathy, or not refusing to look at what's bothering you or what's standing in your way. So the extra message here, just compounds with the rest of it. At the end of the day, Aries, it's important that you free yourself from not looking at what's most important. Free yourself from the situation that you have put yourself in or allowed yourself to be in for so long. Look at it, heal through it. Take your personal responsibility for your own freedom, All right, Cosmo. They get to the point where they just start being rude and making noise out of nowhere. But anyway, who's the Aries? Let's go ahead and begin to go into the money messages for you for the 23rd to the 29th. Come here, Cosmo. 23rd to the 29th of November for my Aries collective. These are money oracle whispers. Let's see, you have one here that came out as a practice. What's your money color? Pay attention to the colors you are wearing when you attract the most abundance. Practice this, okay? What are your money colors? What can you see in your experience that when you see that color, you're just like, oh, I feel good now because I know something's coming. Like, it's to get you in the energy of feeling good now. That's the vibration. That is the language that the universe speaks. When you feel good, when you're in a heightened state, when you're at peace within yourself, when you feel that joy, that's when the money and the opportunities and everything like that comes in, okay? So that is a practice that can keep you feeling good, all right? Or that can remind you what good feels like and have you just flow into that energy. On the bottom of the deck, you have an affirmation. Money only enhances my true vibration. It doesn't decide it. Money is a tool. It is important that you remember that. Okay, Aries? We're also going to go into your love oracle messages. So let's see what happens here for my Aries for the 20. Oh, you already have something that fell out. So let's go with it. You have sacrifice here. Reclaim. Your strength is needed to pull back your power and gain perspective of the situation. You have gone through an emotional sacrifice for too long. It's time to claim, balance, and nurture yourself by standing in your power, all right? So go ahead and, pause this, really look at that card and see, if it resonates and, how it connects to the rest of the reading, okay? You also have abundance here, security. Money is energy like anything else. You want energy to flow and not feel trapped. Trusting that the universe will take care of you gives off energy of abundance and expectancy in every dollar you make. Know that you are supported and the money will flow. Like this is the love oracle, but at the end of the day, like every energy is energy. Everything is attached. When you start to master one aspect of your life, it bleeds into the rest of your experience and everything starts to get better, Aries. So if money is like the most, what you seem to be agitated by the most right now, maybe that's the area of life that you're needing to start with, okay? Last but not least, we're going to go ahead and pull some shadow work that can help you for the week of the 23rd to the 29th. So let's see what else pops out for you. All right, messages for my Aries, please. You have here, egocentric. Not everyone shares the same perspective as you. Listen to others. You may just learn something new, okay? And on the bottom of the deck, you also have inconsiderate. Act with compassion and kindness. Be thoughtful and polite. It just feels better on the inside. All right, Aries? With that said, thank you so much for being here. Okay, I have started a new private community that will be linked below where we can talk about things. I can answer your questions. We can learn more about tarot. Whatever it is, it's to build this sacred space for us to grow and manifest our desires as we are wanting to, all right, to become the best version of ourselves. So definitely check out the link below for that. Also, if you're wanting a personal tarot reading from me, of course, that's been down there and that will remain down there. And check out your last week's reading, all right, if you missed it. Alrighty, Aries, I will see you next week. Toodles.